what the fuck's your problem? I said, nah, what the fuck is your problem? So why the fuck you trying to hit me? I said, what the fuck is your problem, dude? I said, what's really good? Beauties, and welcome back to another video on this channel of mine. First off, before I start my little announcements, hi, if you haven't seen my name, that's a way to start a video. If you haven't seen my face before, hi, my name is Lena, and if you guys can go ahead and subscribe and like this video for your girl, like I always say, that'd be great. Now, announcements. First of all, do I look brighter? Does it look good? Ring light, baby boo. Ring light. Shout out to my man. Shout out to you. He bought me a ring light. I'm loving it. Okay, quick announcement, y'all, before I jump to story time, because I know y'all are like, Lena, what the did you get yourself into? As y'all are reading the title. Okay, first off, y'all, if you guys take a look, a quick little, little sneak down below in the whole little info section of this video, I do have other channels now. So I have a makeup channel because, I mean, come on, your girl's a girly girl. I like makeup, so I want to do tutorials, get raised with me, chit chat, all of that. Maybe some little scary stories, because y'all, if you know, what's her name, Bailey Sarian?
Yeah, my name is Bailey Sarian, and today is Monday, which means it's murder, mystery, and makeup Monday.
Oh, that is my bitch. I want to be doing some stuff like that since I like horror stuff and scary stuff, all of that. Now, my second channel is, which I should mention, that one is called Lena's Vanity, because my makeup vanity plus my vanity. It's a little twist right there. My next one is my foodie YouTube, and that one is called Lena's Cravings. Now, as some of you do or don't know, before I deleted my Instagram, I am one of those people that I love to go to different places. I like Instagram food. I like 5-star dining, honey, because you gotta be a little bougie. And since I am 100% Latina, okay, if y'all ever wonder what I am, 100% Latina, okay, ¿sabe qué? So I do like me some, plátanos fritos. I do like me some antojitos, some, just all of that good. So I want to do a bunch of that on YouTube as well. Put it on my food channel. So I got makeup channel and I got my food channel. So go ahead and subscribe to my channels. Videos coming soon. Now let's go ahead and jump into this story time. Okay, guys, where do I begin? Where do I freaking begin? Grab your snacks. Grab your coffee if you haven't had it, because Lord knows I need my coffee. Grab your wine, grab whatever the fuck, because it's gonna be good. So let me explain, y'all. I originally came from the Inland Empire. I feel like I'm always mentioning this, but it has to be. It's like everything crazy that's happened to me these past 2 years is literally because I moved here to a different freaking city. So like I said, originally I came from the Inland Empire, which if you don't know, that's like 40-45 minutes from LA. Now I am now in the Palm Springs area. So with Palm Springs area, honey, it was like a whole 360. So my new job is over here. Obviously, I had to leave my old one. It was time to go, put it like that. That place was like a black hole, which I will say a video on that. Got a story time for you guys. I loved it. I love my coworkers, but it was like a black hole. It was time to move on. So I got a new job over here in the Palm Springs area. Now, if you guys are from this area, Palm Springs County / Riverside County, y'all know that the driving is fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous, sweetheart. We are talking like these people do not use their fucking signals. Do not.
How much signal I need to cut across 8 lane? None? I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
When you see someone use their signals, you're like, damn, it's like a fucking, it's like finding, I don't know, it's like finding freaking a needle in a haystack. It's like a freaking miracle. From what I can see, it's like I'm the only one, maybe another person, and maybe another person, that's it. But they don't use their signal. That's me painting the picture. The driving is ridiculous. So let me say it like this. Coming over here, as most of you don't know, or maybe you do, I got 2 cars, okay? I got a Camaro and I got a Honda. Now my Honda, I really didn't use it. I feel like as soon as you transition from a daily driver to a sports car, girl, you don't want to go back. The fuck? You do not want to go back. You want to go where you tap that gas. It's like, let's go, right? So my Honda was for running errands around here, all of that. I always used my Camaro to go to work. I'm in the streets, and this is like I live here, and then my job is maybe I think 25 minutes away. So it's not where the city I live in. It's some other city. And it's in a city that's kind of ghetto. It's not like, you know, like, if you, as soon as you hear the freaking name, you're like, oof, like, girl. So I'm over here not thinking nothing. Like I said, we're down to 2 lanes in the street. I always stay on this lane just because with this lane, there's retards. Like I said, they don't use their signals at all. So why the fuck am I gonna be on this right lane that can turn and they go like that? Like, I've done the mistake already. Like, I'm good, sis. They like to do that shit where they go and I'm like, oh, like, shit, like, and I'm enjoying the little drive. I'm not thinking anything. Like I said, you know, I'm cruising in, then, you know, all of a sudden, my boo calls me. My boo calls me, and usually he does it, like, he'll call me, like, a little bit before work, and I'm like, hey, boo, like, what's good, this and that. I'm just talking to my boo now. My day just got a little bit brighter. So now I'm all into the conversation and all this, and all of a sudden, like, I notice, like, the car in front of me, I notice it's going slow, and I'm like, like, it's a van. It's like a big, like, an Astro van. It's like a green Astro van, typical, right? So I see it in front of going kind of slow pace, and I'm like, like, I try to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying not to go in the lane and go in front of it. Like, I'm like, I'm holding on. I'm like, Lena, don't get, like, road rage. Like, you're fine. Just be patient, right? So I see it's kind of slowing down. I'm like, what the fuck, right? And I'm looking, like, in the next lane. Like, you know when you're contemplating, like, you're looking in the next lane, there's no car, there's, like, a car way in the back. The car in front of you, like, looks fucking confused. And you're like, should I switch? Should I not? So I was, like, in that predicament, you know, my base talking. So I'm over here, like, I'm kind of, like, fucking trying to think, like, what should I do? All of a sudden, like I said, the car in the next lane, it's, like, way back there. It's, like, maybe, like, 5, 6 car spaces back. All of a sudden, as I'm going, and I have like maybe a car space between me and that Astro van, I never tailgate people ever. So all of a sudden, this van stops, and then like he looks like he's gonna turn, and he's like barely going into the left lane. I'm like, holy shit, like fuck no. I look really quick, like I glance over, I see that car and the next lane, like I said, is like maybe like 5 car spaces now. It got time, sis. It got like time. So I'm looking, I was like, holy shit, like I don't got time to fucking flick my signals on. I'm like, boop. I go into the next lane, and it's like not like, you know when people go into the next lane and they do it stupidly, they fucking go stupid, and they fucking, it looks like they're gonna run it into you, like smack into you when you're like a lane over. I didn't do none of that. I just fucking like gracefully like shifted, right? And then I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? I got pissed. I was like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden, like, it was one of those things where the car that was in that second lane that was like a couple of cars back, like like, you know when you're going into the lane and then it, like cars get mad and then they fucking speed up. So it was something like that where I was like, what the fuck? Like, how are you behind me now all of a sudden? I'm like, okie dokie. So I was like, oh shit, like I got in your lane, like my bad, bro. So I put my signals to go back into my original lane because that fucking van was a stupid ass. Please, guys, use your signals. Please use your signals. So now we get to a red light, and you know me, I start to feel guilty like shit because I look over and it's like this freaking old ass BMW is like beat up, like it's a junker. And I'm like, should I say sorry? I was like, because oh my gosh, like I just fucking popped in, like even though he had car spaces, but what he did is like he kind of saw me go in, got pissed and like sped up, which it's not, I don't know, it's normal over here. But I'll talk on that a little bit later. So anyways, I'm like, should I say sorry? Because I'm like, shit, when I'm in the wrong, y'all, that's one thing about me. When I'm in the wrong, I will always apologize. If I'm not in the wrong, that's another story. But like, I feel like when I fuck up, I'm so like adamant and fucking saying like, I'm sorry, boo, like my bad. So I'm like, shit, and my tint is dark, you guys. I should mention that. So the way I have my Camaro, it's tinted as fuck. I got that dark tint, okay? Because I don't like people knowing who I am. Like, what you mean? So this person, like, I can see in there, they don't have any tint at all, right? So then I was going to lower my windows down to, like, kind of, like, be like, hey, like something, right? Well, which turned out to be, I shouldn't have even felt like that in the end, but... So all of a sudden, the red light turns green, and I'm like, oh, shit, and then he speeds off, and I was like, oh, shit, like, okay, well... oh well, like my decision was made for me, like you spit off. I'm not thinking shit, y'all. I'm still like, damn, like I still feel bad. But then my boo's like, hey, what happened? I'm over here explaining to him like, hey, you know, there was this Astro van, you know, it kind of got in my way, and then this car was like a couple of spaces back, and then all of a sudden it was behind me, and I know I had enough space because I want to put myself, I wouldn't like throwing myself in front of him if he didn't have space. Like, that's not me. Like, I don't do that shit. I hate people that do that shit. And like, I explained to him the whole thing, and I was like, I feel guilty. Like, he just shot off, and he's like, oh, well, it's not your fault. Like, you know, people in that city, in that particular city, drive extra stupid. He's like, you know, just relax. Like, you got this. Like, just focus. You gotta go to work. Like, you got this. You gotta make that money, honey. I'm like, yeah, boo, you know, like, it's just me. Like, that's just me. I just feel bad. So all of a sudden, you guys, tell me why this dude goes into my lane. No signals. Goes into my lane. And I'm like, okay. And then he brakes, and I'm like, huh. Like, he drastically brakes, and I'm like looking, and there's the light ahead is green, and I'm like, I have, how to put it, like, my job is coming up in like 3 lights. So remember, we just passed one. This is gonna be the second one, and it's green. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? I'm thinking he's gonna do a left turn. I'm like, not even thinking he has like anger towards me at this point at all still. So I'm like, what the fuck? And my boo's hearing me. Like, he's hearing me the entire thing, because I'm one of those people that think out loud when it comes to my driving. So I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm thinking he's gonna make that left turn. Tell me the fuck why this freaking dude, which I didn't know was a dude at the time, okay? So this person, let me say. Tell me why this person drastically slows down. I'm like, oh shit, right? And I'm looking around again to see there's no one in my lane. So I'm like, oh shit. So, you know, I turn my signals on, I go to the right lane, and I continue, because eventually I have one more light. So either when he makes that left turn, I'm gonna pop back into my lane and make that left turn for my job. And all of a sudden, y'all, he pops into mine. Like, goes in front of me, no signals. I'm like, what the fuck? And they do this shit. I have never seen this shit. Okay, so maybe if you guys have, let me know. Comment below if you guys have seen this shit. If someone has done this to you. This was a first for me. I have been, like, shown so many crazy drivers out here. Like, they do some shit that in the IE, they don't do that. If you go slow, they go around you. If you fuck with them, they'll, like, cuss you out or flip you off and then be on their way, right? Over here, they're bored. They're bored, they're petty, they're stupid. So tell me why this fucking dude does this shit. I've never seen it before. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, right? So I'm here, and all of a sudden, this dude's now in this lane, okay? Remember, this lane is free because I thought he was gonna turn left. So all of a sudden here, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I, like, put my signals and go here, and he goes here, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, you know? And now I'm speeding up. I'm like, what the hell? And all of a sudden, he does this thing. He goes like that. Mind you, my shit is a huge ass tank. A huge tank. Do you guys not know how big a fucking Camaro is? It's a tank. That's why I like it. This is like an old beat up tiny BMW. I think it's smaller than my freaking Honda. I'm just looking at it like, you do realize I could just go forward and like fucking your car would be totaled if I smack the shit out of your back. Like, you do realize that shit? Like, I can go around you. Like, you're not, this is like a first that's happened to me. And then 2, this is a first that a little car fucks with me, like a tank. I'm like, sis, I could just fucking full on fucking, and your fucking back, your whole shit's fucking done. Your car's total, brother. Like, fucking done. Like, please think, you know, have your car be as equal as to the car you're fucking with, you know, like common sense. So he does this thing, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm speaking out loud, and my boo's like, what's going on? I'm like, this fucking bitch this fucking bitch in front of me is like blocking me. He's not letting me go forward. He's not letting me, like, I'm going like fucking, I don't even know how, the speed. And at this point, there's a bunch of cars behind us in both lanes because they caught up with us. Everyone's kind of like looking like, what the fuck are you doing, you know? At this point in time, you guys, we're almost to the next light. I need to make that left turn. I'm getting aggy. I'm getting heated. And so what I do is I fucking, there's that left turn, right? So I fucking, he's not quick as me. It's a fucking old BMW. I don't give a fuck if it's a BMW. It's not as fucking fast as mine. His shit was a fucking 19, I don't know what, okay? So I was like, you dumb bitch. He's doing this, right? Well, he's doing this because he's not going to be paying attention. He thinks I'm going to stay behind him. I pop into, make sure there's no one. I pop into that left turn lane, which is like a third little lane. And I go, whoop, and I go in front of him like, ha, fuck you, bitch. Fuck, you know, Inland Empire style, you know, you don't know me. All of that, right? So I'm over here like, and my boo's like, what happened? I was like, this freaking bitch. Like, I just passed him, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm heated. Now I'm fucking heated because I'm like, you really tried some shit. Because, and I should have mentioned this, I don't know why I fucking didn't mention this. When he was doing this bullshit, he was braking to try to get me to hit his back, which again, that comes to my whole rant of like, bitch, I will total your fucking car, sis. And mind you, I should also mention, I do have cameras on my cars. all the time. You have to. So my camera's recording this whole fucking time. I have the dash cam. It's recording the whole time. So it got everything, which dumbass. I'm just gonna show my fucking insurance out and you're gonna have to pay for my car. So this dude, I'm heated. This bitch tried to brake check me when I was fucking trying to go around. And now at this point, we're right here, right? And my light is there. So I'm looking at it. It just went from yellow to red. It just did it. So I tell my boo, I say, hey boo, I said, hear me. I'm about to pop the fuck off. You are my witness. You understand me. He's like, no, like boo, like just don't like this. I'm like, nah, fuck this person, you know? So the way I have my Camaro, I styled it by having it look like a dude. You don't know there's a girl in there. You do not know. Everything's smoked out. My tint is dark, honey. If you pulled up beside me, you cannot see inside there. I don't have anything indicating I'm a girl except for one fucking thing, but people don't pay attention. I have one thing, and that is my license plate. It's diamond out, but it's not like bling bling where it's like you're like, oh, there's a chick up in that car. No, it's not like bling bling, but it's kind of like, it's a little icy.
Cause I'm icy.
Okay, it's a little icy. So I guess this freaking dumbass didn't freaking see that it's a girl in there. So we pull up. I lower my windows. I put my hazards on. I park my shit because it's about to go fucking down.
It's going down.
I'm thinking it's a bitch up in this car. I'm thinking like, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up today. Like, I'm about to freaking use my sick hour freaking work. I'm about to beat your ass, honey, okay? And the thing is like, I always, a little tidbit in there. I always carry a knife with me. All my cars have knives because you never know. And I always carry a taser with me. So I was like, bitch, if you bigger than me, bzz, bzz, I'm gonna tase your ass and drop you, okay? So I'm over here, I lower the windows, and I'm like this, like, what's good, right? Tell me why, you guys. This person lowers their window. I'm looking, and it's this dude. I'm like, y'all, I'm not even gonna say what race he was. Y'all can guess it. So here's tiny me, okay? I am, even though I'm curvy and everything, I am 5'4". So I'm pretty short, okay? And he looks at me and like I see this dude, and you can tell from him being in the little car, you could tell this dude's like about like 6 something, like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". And I'm looking at him and he has like dreads and he has it piled up and he has glasses. And I'm looking at him like, you fucking nerd. Like, you look like a fucking nerd, right? And I'm looking at him like this was fucking disgust. Like, what the and I'm like, what's good? He lowers the window. He's like, hey, what the fuck's your problem? I said, nah, what the fuck is your problem? So why the fuck you trying to hit me? I said, what the fuck is your problem, dude? I said, what's really good? Tell me why this dude looks at me. And after a while, he's like, I don't know if his glasses got fogged up. I don't know what the fuck. But then after he looks at me, he's like, oh shit. And I'm like, do I fucking know you? Because I'm not in the city at all. Like, I'm only here for my work. Like, I'm never in this nasty ass city, right? So I'm like looking at him like what? He's like, I didn't know you were a chick. I thought it was a fucking dude up in there. I'm like, you dumbass. Like, this is literally why I have my car a certain way, so people can think I'm a fucking dude. Because it's funny when I roll down the windows when people want to race, and I'm like, and my freaking like heart-shaped sunglasses, and I'm like, like it's freaking funny. So he looks at me like, oh shit, I didn't know you were a chick. Like, I thought you were a dude. And I said, I don't give a fuck. Like, that is irrelevant, homie. I don't give a fuck if I'm freaking whatever the fuck. I could be purple, I could be orange. I don't give a fuck. Like, you try to crash my car, what's up? And this dude's like, well shit, like I didn't know like you were a chick, like this and that. Like, I didn't know. I said, what? I said, you think bitches can have sports car, or what's up? I didn't even like that. I have a sports car myself. I have a sports car myself. No shade, no tea. I don't consider a BMW a sports car. I really don't. That's a luxury car. It's not a sports car. A sports car, like I always say, is Mustang, Challenger, Charger, Camaro, boo-boo. That is a motherfucking sports car. Okay, if you're not the original fucking Fantastic Four, no, it's not a sports car. I consider BMW a luxury car, especially that junker. Like, if you guys could see how old it was, how sun damaged it was, how like it was freaking bad. Like, he looked like he bought it from OfferUp. Like, no shade, no tea. He looked like he bought it from OfferUp. And I'm looking at it like, ugh, right? I'm looking at my Camaro. I'm like, girl, So he's over here like, oh, I got a sports car too. I said, that's not no sports car. The fuck? And I'm over here like, what's your problem though? What's your problem? Why are you trying to hit me? Like, what's up? Like, answer the fucking question. And you guys, it felt like forever. And yes, the light, it did not turn green. Okay, the light took fucking forever. And this whole entire time this is going down, my boo's over here like, what's up? What's happening? What's this and that, right? I'm over here like ignoring him. I'm about to hop out of the car because I'm so freaking heated, you guys. And he's like, oh, well, back there, you didn't put your signals, you cut me off. I said, dude, this is the thing. I said, did you not see that fucking van? I said, I made sure. And see, this is where, like I said, if I'm in the wrong, I'm in the wrong. And I knew that, remember, I wanted to say, like, sorry, because I felt bad. Because all of a sudden, it went from, like, he was, like, 4 or 5 car spaces behind me, to all of a sudden, he's behind me, which I don't fucking know what that was about. And then he was like, you cut me off. Like, you know, you did it first. Like this. I said, look, dude, look. I said, my fucking bad, my bad, okay? The van stopped. The lane next to me was free. You were way back there. You decided to fucking press on the gas out of nowhere, okay? I said, my bad, bro. But because of that, why are you trying to hit my car? Why are you fucking, oh, this is stupid, right? Why are you being just freaking extra as hell? And he's like, you could tell he's like this, like contemplating. I'm like, that's right, I got you in your fucking feelings, bro. And he's like this, he's like, okay, you know what though? I really thought you were a dude. Like, you know when dudes talk like that, they feel like a bitch. They feel stupid because it's a fucking tiny ass me. Hello. It's like, imagine if you did that shit, you roll the window and it's just like me, like all like. So he, you know, he feels stupid. He's like, I didn't know. He starts doing the puffing, like to build his fucking, I don't know, his fucking masculinity back or some shit. Because I took that shit around with it. He's like, well, I didn't know. My bad. You know, I thought you were a dude. But okay, you know, because you know why? And I'm like, bitch. I was like, let's see what the fuck comes out around. Because you know why? Like if you were a dude, you know, I would have fucked you up. Excuse me, sir, what? What you say? You know, I will beat your ass.
Okay.
I will beat your ass. This is the thing, boy. Let's go. I don't give a fuck if I'm 5'4", okay? I don't condone any of that shit. You guys, this like, ooh, I hate that shit. I hate when dudes like, your mama didn't raise you well, okay? Like, there is like a thin line. And I'm like one of those people that I feel like, you know what? If a girl goes to you and she's like going like this, like throwing herself at you, like I feel like as a man, like defend yourself. Obviously, like go like this, be like, hey, like, you know, like defend yourself, defend your face, be like, hey, you know this. If you're not looking for a problem and a female is coming at you, defend yourself, yes. But when a female's not doing shit, or she apologizes, like in my case, and you're really, we would have beat your ass. Bring it then, bitch. Bring it then. Because apparently your mama didn't beat your ass enough. So I'm at least, if I don't beat your ass, then you're gonna freaking get in trouble. Literally. Because again, remember I have my taser. So when he's over here trying to square up, I'm gonna be like, bzz, fucking tase him in the you-know-whats. And there you go. You ain't gonna be able to have kids, boo-boo. Bzz, bzz, you know? So I'm like, I get heated, you guys. And I'm not the type of bitch to back down. When a dude says, oh, I'm gonna beat you up. But let me even mention, you guys, this has never happened to me before. I've never in my life, ever had a man tell me, I'm gonna beat your ass. Excuse me? And this is the thing, you guys, I don't put myself in situations where a dude can beat my ass. You know, I'm very picky about who's around me. I'm very picky about my friends. I'm very picky about who's friends of a friend, you know, wants to hang out with me. And, oh, I think you guys will get along. I think the fuck not, you know. I don't put myself in situations with a dude that's hostile. I don't play with that. So when this dude, he said that, like, that was the last straw, y'all. I got pissed. My man's heard that. He was on the phone, like I said. And I have a speaker, like the whole car, it's connected to the Bluetooth. I have the little speaker there so he can hear me more clearly. And he's hearing the whole thing clear as day. And he's like, fuck that, who the fuck is saying that? Like this, I'm gonna call my dad right now. As you guys don't know, both of my in-laws, this funny story, both of my in-laws are cops, okay? They're both sheriffs? I think they're both sheriffs actually. So they're both sheriffs, put it like that. And my sister's father-in-law is also a sheriff, and his dad, so my sister's, what do we call it, grandpa-in-law, is like, you know, county head honcho, right? So we all copped up, okay? Me and my sister, we like cop boys, and right? Because cop boys, oh, they bad. Cop boys are bad. You already know. If you date a cop boy, they are bad. But anyway, side note. So I'm all copped up. I'm like, what's good? Like, what's good? I will fucking call my father-in-law and be like, I will call my mother and be like, hey girl, here's my location, send the fucking people, you know? Send your fucking squad over here. So I'm not tripping. I'm like, well, come on. I said, come on. I said, come beat my ass. Like, come on then. Don't fucking, like, don't bitch out. All of a sudden, like, the light turns green and he's just looking at me like, oh shit. Like, first I didn't know it was a chick. Now she's fucking like, come on. She's like, bring it on. And I take my car from being off of park, obviously. I take my hazards off and we're kind of going like this. He's like, hey, he's like, my bad. Like, you know what? Like, let's truce it out. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, you're fine. I fucking put my hand down. I'm like, fucking fine. Like, it's all good. Put my windows up and I'm like, fucking bitch. And my boo's like, what happened? And this is the thing, you guys. We have an app that has our location. We have an app that has our location for purposes like that. Literally. Because as soon as I moved out here and we became like an hour away from each other and the way that people drive over here are fucking stupid, we had that app with the location. So he's like, I was already like texting my dad, this and that. Like I was gonna tell him where your location was. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I tell him the whole story. He's like, that, I don't fucking believe that. Like, how could he say he was going to put hands on you? I was like, you know what? He said it, but it was like, how to put it? You know when dudes get embarrassed and they feel stupid? So it's like an empty threat where it was like, well, if you were yada yada, then I would yada yada. Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
If you're going to beat my ass, come on. So I'm like, dude, like, bring it. You're about to get fucking beat by a girl, okay? Plot twist, y'all. Plot twist. Like I said earlier, I do need to make that left turn. So, you know, I go a couple of feet, and then I do a left turn. And at this point, there's no light in this one. It's just kind of like an intersection. So there you go. So I make that left turn, and then I go, and then I see that he goes behind me, and I'm like, I was like, okay, well, whatever. Like, either you work around here, or maybe you want to be stupid again. I don't fucking know, right? Then I turn into the parking lot of my building where I work. You ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready to rumble?
Let's get ready to rumble!
That's what I felt like. It felt like that. Take a sip of whatever you're sipping on. Take a couple of bites, okay? This dude turned into the parking lot. This dude worked at my job, you guys. Worked at my job. Worked at my fucking job. And there's 2 buildings, okay? So the way it is, there is no parking in the building that I need. So we park across another building, right? And that has more parkings. It's just easier. So I'm thinking, okay, he probably works at this building, right? It's like a company that has 2 buildings. I work in the easier building, right? So in the hard industrial building, I'm like, okay, that's like him. Like he probably works there. He's fucking 6 feet. Like he's a pretty big dude, right? And I don't know where the fuck he goes. He fucking parks his junker somewhere. I'm like, whatever, fuck you, right? I get out, I'm still aggy, I'm checking my car to see like, ain't nothing wrong with it. So I'm still talking to my man, I'm like, this and this and that. He's like, okay, well, be careful. I'm about to go through security. Tell me why. Up ahead, which I don't know how he won me because I think I parked closer than him, but whatever. I see homie. I'm like, fuck, he works at my building, you guys. Works at my building, and I tell him, I'm like, hey bro, you will never get this. I got fucking cheeseman. This fucking bitch just said he was gonna beat my ass, works at my building. He was like, oh yeah, he does? Okay, what does he look like? I said, look, he got dreads, there's like a little churro on top, and I said he got glasses, and he's like super tall. He just looks stupid. Like he just looks stupid. And he's like, okay, like after work, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm like, okay, you come beat his ass then. I'm just like, whatever, just get this fucking day over. I come out, okay, this is flash forward, and I see my boo out there, he's waiting, right? And then he's like, look, he's like, hey, like I can't find this dude, like I don't know where the fuck he is. And I'm like, okay, let's wait like 5 minutes. Let's wait 5 minutes, and if he's not there, like it's all good. We wait 5 minutes, he never showed up. I don't know if he left early, I don't know what happened to homeboy. What point is, like the rest of the time there, because I got a transfer. I got one, thank goodness they opened one over there by where I live, semi like closer. It went from 25 minutes to like literally like 10 to 15 minutes. So I transferred buildings. But anyway, so the rest of the year, you guys, it was fucking awkward. I would just look at him and be like, ugh, like you wanted to beat a girl, like, ugh, I don't fucking like you, like you ain't shit. Your mama ain't shit, like, ugh. So I was fucking giving him the stank face, you guys. So point is, that is the story time when a grown-ass man wanted to beat my ass because his feelings got hurt. And I don't know, you guys, that is a first. That is one for the books. That is one for the books because I have so many driving stories. I could go on and on about the stupid shit that people do while driving over here. Anyways, like I said, that is a story of how someone tried it and I was like, bring it, like, you know, like let's go. But anyways, hopefully he learned a lesson. Hopefully he knew not to fucking judge a sports car by the cover, I guess. And hopefully you knew that there's some down ass bitches up in here, okay? But anyways, you guys, if you enjoyed that story time, go ahead and like this video for your girl. And if you guys can subscribe for your girl so you don't miss another of my juicy ass story times. And like I said, go ahead and give my other channels a follow. Like I said, I have a foodie channel, which is Lena's Cravings. And I do have a makeup channel, which is Lena's Vanity. So anyways, you guys have a great, positive rest of your day. Bye, you guys.
I'm aiming straight for the canopy. Ain't another bitch as bad as me. I'm charging up like a battery. I'm about the money like salary. I only speak on a check. If we ain't talking money, then what are you doing?